Hello, good morning. Quick ride lang tayo papuntang Antipolo. Daan tayong Ortigas Avenue through Taytay, then akyat na Antipolo, then pauwi. Let's use the Marcos Highway. So it's a mini loop. I call it the Antipolo Loop. So for today, let's talk about my Honda Rebel 500. Previously kasi I presented my reasons why I ride a Vespa S125. Baka magtampo kasi itong si Rebel, bakit hindi ko raw siya ginagawa ng video. So let's do that today while coursing through this mini Antipolo loop. So let's talk about my Honda Rebel 500 2022 model. Is this my forever bike? That's the question. So previously I mentioned na I started riding a motorcycle year 2022. Ang first bike ko was the Suzuki SV650. It's a 645cc V-twin engine na manual 6-speed transmission. I think sa category siya ng naked bike. So tiptoe ako doon sa SV650. Ang seat height nun is nasa 30.9 inches. I had it lowered. Nagpalit ako ng lowering link and nag-shave seat. So okay naman yon. I had fun with that bike. Nagkataon lang na I got involved in a car accident. Medyo na-traumatize ako doon sa experience na yon, to the point na I decided to sell the SV650 because I was too afraid to use that bike. Okay naman yung bike na yon. Maski tiptoe ako ron, I'm able to ride it comfortably naman. Yun lang, ang pansin ko lang sa bike na yon, medyo heavy. I think the weight of that bike is around 198 kilos. Dahil sa design ng bike, it's a naked bike with a V-twin motor. Parang feeling ko mabigat siya or a little bit top heavy. Pero nababalansi ko naman yon, and again, once the bike is moving naman na, you won't feel the weight. Yun lang, kapag nasa traffic ako, sometimes I really feel na mabigat yung SV650. Kaya nung medyo natakot akong mag-highway, I sold that bike. After selling it, I saw this Honda Rebel 500 sa Facebook Market. Alam mo, just imagine, it's the exact Honda Rebel model that I was looking for back in 2022. So sabi ko, uy, baka ito yung Honda Rebel 500 na was meant na para sa akin. It's the color na gusto ko, matte blue. And surprisingly, yung price niya, same price lang ng pinagbentahan ko sa SV650. So bakit nga ba gustong gusto ko tong Honda Rebel 500? Let's talk about some specs. So the Honda Rebel 500 is powered by a 471cc parallel twin engine. So dual overhead cam siya. Comparing it to my SV650, mas mababa ang kanyang displacement. So kung ang power ng SV650 is around 65 to 75 horsepower, etong Honda Rebel 500, the power is around 45 to 47 horsepower. Torque is around 42 Newton meter. The gas tank capacity is 11.2 liters or around 3 gallons. The gas tank is a little bit small compared to other motorcycles, but mababa lang kasi ang kanyang gas consumption. Even if it's just 11.2 liters, I can go to Marilake and back on a full tank. May natitira pang 2 bars sa gas tank yun. Ang seat height niya is 690 millimeters or 27 inches lang. Yun actually ang number one reason why I like this bike. My height is just 5'2". I'm not really sure of my inseam length, pero I'm thinking it's below 29 inches. Kasi kung ang seat height ng Rebel is 27 inches, nakakatayo pa ako eh. Siguro ang inseam length ko is around 28 to 29 inches or below 30 inches. Just imagine sa SB650, which has a seat height of 30.9 inches, I lowered it siguro to around 30 inches or a little bit less than 30 inches. Tiptoe ako doon. Pero yung ball ng foot ko stable sa ground. Kaya okay lang sa akin yung SV650. Nagkataon lang na top heavy yon. Kaya siguro nabibigatan ako. The Honda Rebel 500 is just 27 inches seat height. Imagine niyo, nakakatayo pa ako. Flat foot, nakakatayo pa ako. So, mababa lang siya talaga. So, pag low seat, it helps a lot. Lalo na sa kagaya ko, my height is just 5'2", and my inseam is around less than 30 inches or less than 29 inches. So, transmission niya is a manual 6-speed transmission. Front suspension is a 41mm fork. And sa rear naman, dual shocks. For the wheel size naman, both wheels are 16 inches tubeless tires. Medyo fat ang kanyang mga gulong, kaya I like the looks of it. Both with ABS. Now this unit is a 2022 model. It was previously owned by a good fellow from Taytay. When I saw this bike sa FB Marketplace, minessage ko kaagad yung owner. And alam nyo, it was really meant to be. Ang dali lang kausap ng owner and napaka smooth lang ng transaction. That's why I got this unit around March of 2024 last year, and I've been using it for more than a year now. So far, happy ako. Siguro I'll stop muna for a quick break. I'm near the Blanc Hotel na. So we're here sa Bistro by LeBlanc. Hello. So kakatapos lang natin mag-breakfast dito sa Bistro by LeBlanc. Under renovation siya. continue our discussion regarding my Honda Rebel 500. So I got this unit last March 2024 after selling my SV650. Yung exact amount na pinagbentahan ko noon, pinambayad ko lang nito. So nagpalit lang ako ng bike technically. Sabi ko, I really like this bike. Low seat, flat foot ako, and yung takot kong mag highway on a motorcycle nabawasan. Mas naging confident akong mag ride a motorcycle with this model. And I've been using this bike for more than a year now. So kumusta naman? Well, for me, it fits perfectly. Kasi nga hindi ako katangkaran. Tanggap ko na when it comes to motorcycles, may limitations ako. Dapat low seat and dapat hindi ganun kabigat. Alam nyo, when it comes to motorcycles, depende yan sa model. Like cruiser bikes, they were built to have low seat height. So feeling ko pang cruiser bike lang ako. When the displacement of the engine increases, like this one, this is 500cc, comparing it with this SV650, that's 645cc. And syempre as you go up, like if you reach 1000cc and above, the weight of the bike also increases. Yes, sometimes we prefer high cc motorcycles for the power, pero it comes with significant weight, and also tumataas din ang gas consumption as you go up. This Honda Rebel is just 500cc or 471cc. Syempre, you cannot compare its power with the other motorcycles with a higher cc. Ang power lang nito is around 47 horsepower. And if sumama ka sa long ride and yung mga colleagues mo have higher cc bikes, talagang may iwan ka. You'll be left behind. Tapos cruiser bike pa ang dala mo. Unlike sports bikes and other bikes, cruiser bikes kasi talagang controlled ang kanyang power. It was built to cruise, not to race. Mahirap din yun pag higher cc ang dala mo. Yes, madaling patakbuhin yun. You can ride it. Pero just imagine pag nasa parking ka, ang hirap i-move around nun tutulak mo. With the Honda Rebel 500, manageable siya. In fact, since I can flat foot it, move it around sa parking while sitting on it, nilalakad ko lang siya. And pagdating sa traffic, since flat foot ako, wala rin problema sa traffic, nilalakad ko lang din siya. Happy naman ako. Very satisfied with it. Ang question kanina was, can the Honda Rebel 500 be my forever bike? Sasagutin ko yan in a while. Rounds lang tayo here sa Fatima University Medical Center, Antipolo. Kakatapos lang natin mag-rounds dito sa Fatima Antipolo. Let's continue our discussion and let's complete our mini Antipolo loop ride. So baba tayo dito sa Sumulong Highway and Marcos Highway pauwing Quezon City. Let's go. To answer the question, is the Honda Rebel 500 my forever bike? My answer is possibly yes. Siguro 95 to 98% that this Honda Rebel 500 is my forever bike. Again, due to my physical limitation, the seat height of this bike is perfect for me. Pati yung weight. Yung weight niya actually is around 190 kilograms. Comparing it with my SV650, 198 kilograms. But this one, parallel twin engine kasi siya, and yung center of gravity niya is much lower compared to the SV650. Parang hindi ko nararamdaman na big bike siya, sa totoo lang. And since naka flat foot ako, even sa traffic, nilalakad-lakad ko lang siya. Different pa rin if naka-tiptoe ka during a ride. So among my friends, 50% would say, oh, keep that Honda Rebel na, it's your forever bike. It doesn't matter if a little bit low ang kanyang power. Since low seat siya, 500cc is not bad naman. You don't need to be fast to go to places. 500cc is enough. Makakarating ka rin sa paroroonan mo. Plus, it's a Honda. Ibang level ang Honda reliability. Now, the other 50 of my friends would say, oh, Honda Rebel 500, that's a perfect bike for beginners. Pero eventually, ma-outgrow mo rin yan. You'll eventually upgrade it to a higher CC. Now, if you're the type of rider that wants to be fast, then definitely the Honda Rebel 500 is not for you. Talagang you'll upgrade to a higher CC motorcycle. Pero ako, again, I like cruising lang. Even if I feel that the 500cc is a little bit bitin, pero it works for me. Cruising lang ang aking mga rides, hindi ako humaharurot. So okay na ako sa 500cc. Plus magaan lang siya, ayan o, manageable. Comparing this engine to the 1100cc engine, mas magaan siya, less ang gas consumption, and syempre mas less ang init ng makina nito. I heard the 1100cc mainit daw. So sabi ko kanina, di ba, 95 to 98% this would be my forever bike. But I'm giving a 3 to 5% na baka mag-upgrade din ako. Actually, been checking out other models for possible upgrade. Number one would be the Honda Rebel 1100 DCT. Okay yon. Price naman yon medyo cheaper than the other liter bikes. Honda Rebel din ang kanyang design, bigger engine lang, and automatic transmission, DCT. I'm also looking at the Triumph motorcycles. Before, I was looking at the Speed Twin 900, yung 2022 model. Ang seat height nun is around 760 millimeters. Kaya medyo abot ko yun. Muntikan kong bilhin yun before. But since I'm a beginner rider, medyo pricey siya, medyo mabigat. Nagdalawang isip akong bilhin. Why? Kasi since beginner rider ako, baka ibagsak ko lang, maiyak ako dahil mahal yung bike. That's why I decided to get the Japanese bike, half the price kasi ng Triumph motorcycles. However, the 2025 model is different na from the 2022 model. I think may upgrades na silang ginawa, Engine seat height has been changed to, I think, 785 or 790 millimeters. So mas mataas. Though they are saying may option naman to get the lower seat, decreases the height to 760 millimeters. Another model from the Triumph na medyo type ko is the Triumph Bonneville T100. Yun lang, ang seat height noon is 790 millimeters. I don't think it has an option for low seat. What else? Siguro another option would be the Triumph Bonneville Bobber. Ayun, mababa ang seat height noon. Ang concern ko lang doon, the engine is 1200cc. Medyo heavy yun. Ito yung almost twin niya, yung Bonneville Speedmaster. That's another low seat cruiser ng Triumph. Pero same ang concern ko, mabigat ang engine and pricey. What else? Siguro I would include the Indian motorcycles, specifically yung Scout 60 lang. The Scout 60 is, if I'm not mistaken, ang displacement is 999cc. Pwede na yun. So yun guys, ang aking possible upgrade from the Honda Rebel 500. By the way, I forgot to mention, when I got this unit, marami na siyang upgrades installed by the first owner. Kaya naman I immediately bought it. Parang wala na akong babaguhin. Like, already installed yung crash bar. Yung exhaust nito, originally, when I bought it, upgraded na to Vance & Hines exhaust. Okay naman yung Vance & Hines, kaso I replaced it with the stock exhaust kasi I prefer na yung mas tahimik na exhaust. So ano pa bang upgraded dito? Horns are PIA horns already. Nagkabit ako ng handlebar risers. Nagkabit din ako ng grab bar, which I bought from WeBike. I also installed a auxiliary lights. May mga upgrades din siya sa front forks niya. May mga covers. Let's not forget the windscreen. When I saw this bike, parang it was really meant na ito yung bike na dapat binili ko last 2022. And so far, happy ako sa aking mga rides. So, nasagot ko na ba yung question? Is the Honda Rebel 500 my forever bike? Possible, napaka forever bike ko na to. This ends my video for today. I hope na aliw kayo with our discussion. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe ha. Till my next video. Thank you for watching.